We conducted a site analysis on the site identified along Commonwealth Avenue for the potential implementation of a multimodal transport interchange. During this analysis, we have identified several areas of concern which we'll be exploring. These explorations consist of built versus natural and the shade these elements provide, pedestrian activity and hazards identified, traffic intensity and how this influx of transport is reflected in pedestrian levels, and the noise pollution and how that impacts the user experience of the site. Our project site is positioned on the northern end of Commonwealth Avenue. This major roadway makes up a portion of the Parliamentary Triangle and links North Canberra in the CBD to South Canberra in the Parliamentary Zone. You can see the current and projected light rail network in this diagram. As you can see, the overall boundary consists of 4 sites. Site 1 to the north, sites 2 and 3 in the middle, and site 4 to the south.
These diagrams depict the built versus natural elements within the site. As you can see, the buildings are sparse and provide limited to no shade for pedestrians and others travelling throughout. The natural tree canopies also do not provide consistent shade and are situated sporadically. To resolve the issues present in regards to shade, the site requires more built or natural tree canopies to be implemented. Whereas these diagrams depict the pedestrian user interfacing on site, as can be seen, the footpaths along the major road are thin and dangerous to people. Seen in the footpath density diagram, there is an excess quantity of pathways within Site 4. When the findings are overlaid, it reveals that the majority of issues present are within Site 4, and the footpaths are not designed to encourage positive pedestrian circulation.
The first diagram maps the traffic intensity and the influx that occurs during the peak hour traffic. The public transport diagram gives a representation of how pedestrians interact with the area and the vehicles travelling through. When we overlaid the findings from the first and second diagrams, it becomes apparent that there is only public interfaces located in Site 2, and that the pedestrians only use the public transport, i.e. rapid buses, to gain access to the car park. Due to the findings mentioned, it is evident that there is a lack of public interfacing, which allows for the potential incorporation of a bus depot in Site 4 to provide a more provocative journey to the car park or surroundings.
A major issue identified within the boundary is noise. This noise is generated as a direct result of the major roadway known as Commonwealth Avenue. As can be seen in the sections, the 4 sites are affected by noise differently. This is due to the changes in topography between the 4 selections. As depicted through this section, Site 4 contains a steep degrade in elevation forming a distinct noise barrier, which is not the case for the other sites. This results in a more pleasant user-pedestrian experience as the primary area making up the site is situated away from the noise. It is perceived that pedestrian nodes are primarily within areas unaffected by this noise. Consequently, we believe that this extreme shift in contour presents us with many opportunities to respond to this noise issue, as well as not having to interfere with the important sites viewed from road level.
Through our findings within this report, we have identified the largest quantity of problems being located within Site 4. From these issues, we believe that there is an opportunity for a dynamic design response.